hello, and welcome to another episode of You First. That's right, it's all things you. This is your safe space where we talk all things self care, mental well being, personal development, and empowerment. That is because I am here. And I bring guests along with me to empower you to make yourself a priority. Never for it to be just a temporary fix, but for it to become a part of your lifestyle. And the things that happen to me, if you don't know me by now, I'm Shawana Kennedy. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I am a sister. I am a friend. I'm a confidant. I'm a lot of things that sometimes pull and have pulled on me. So much so that life needed its attention, right? My life, my health needed its attention, and it caused me to wind up in the hospital. So much so that it didn't. I told you I have children. It was no longer about them. It was no longer about my spouse. It was no longer about my family. It had to become all about me. Oftentimes we forget that we are a gift, and we're a gift that needs tending to. And so, because God has designed us so, you know what, by choice or by force, I say by force, our bodies, our minds, our spirit will require attention. And so that's why I'm excited to be here with you on You First, where we get to tap in and tune into some people and hear their You First story so that you can learn more and perhaps it help you to be a greater you. So today I'm excited, I'm elated, I'm hippopotamus happy to have with me Dr. Hinson. This young lady is a powerhouse. She is global. When I say she global, she is global. She has her honorary doctorate in philosophy. She is a clarity coach. Yes, she's a mentor. She's a mother. She's a friend, but she is a woman. And she is someone that is here and going to help me have a You First conversation. So if you don't mind, you don't mind, I want you to welcome to our platform today. That's right. This is our space. Dr. Hinson. Get in here. Hey.
Hey, my sister, how are you? So glad to be here. Thank you.
I am so glad that you paused for your cause, all of the things that you do, being an ambassador, a global ambassador, to have the opportunity to have a You First conversation. So if you don't mind for me, just, briefly, just telling them a little bit more about who Dr. Hinson is.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Shawana, my sister, for having me on You First, the show. I am so honored to be here and to share with you and for your listening and viewing audience. So yes, I am Dr. LaDonya Yvette. I go by my first and middle name. My proper last name is Hinson. And I am the clarity coach and founder and owner of iWin Global Enterprises. iWin is Influential Women Inspired Network. And yes, it's all about girl power. You will learn that I am an acronyms girl. So girl is giving leadership opportunities to women as well. And that's what GLOW is about. I have a GLOW movement as well. But girl is gladiators inspire remarkable ladies. So that's my girl power group. And so we just encourage each other and lift each other up on our supportive journeys and our goals and our missions and our visions to follow through on our purpose and just be that girl power, be a gladiator for each other.
I love it. I love it.
I wear many hats. I
do too. And we have to honestly. So listen, we have to be okay. Before I've been, I've had mentors, I've had coaches, and we understand, especially as entrepreneurs, and when you do things like that, we've been told to watch how many things that you mention that you do, because of course I've heard it said that a confused mind won't buy. But sometimes if people don't know, they don't know. If they don't know, they won't deal with you. They won't know that you have these things that's accessible to them, that you can even perhaps help them even greater. So I'm glad that you list all of the things that you have been gifted and anointed to do. I'm excited about it because, hey, I'm the greater because I've met you. And when I think about and hear what you're saying and you talk about, because we are so in alignment, it is ridiculous, because I am an acronyms girl as well. God, when you're a creator, because I am a natural, came out the womb, a creator. I'm all things creative.
Yes.
So that's why that synergy, and you have to know who the people that you're around. When you put you first, you have got to have the right people in your space. You have to be okay without making apologies. When they're no longer in alignment with what God is doing, perhaps doing in your life. And so I want you to talk a little bit about the that. Talk a little bit about that girl power. What even prompted you? What was your you first story to say, I do need this? It's not just about girl power. I need my own girl power. What how did that start?
You're absolutely right. It happened in 2016. Um, when I was launching iWin Global, I was thinking about the concept of what I wanted it to be before the launch. And so actually, I ended up launching it in 2017. And so, girl power, I was like, well, I'm all about being a gladiator. I'm all about, because I watched Scandal, that was kind of a
Yes.
spinoff off of Scandal with the gladiators, and how they really pushed through, or the gladiators really pushed through to make things happen for them, for the greater good of their goal. And it's like the strength that I had in me. And I wanted something in addition to iWin Global Enterprises. Yes, Influential Women Inspired Network. But what is another thing that I can put in alignment that goes exactly with that, with the ladies, that they can really grasp a movement, a concept. So I wanted to not only have iWin Global as an enterprise, but I wanted to create a girl movement, a gladiator movement. So when I thought of girl, I thought of gladiator. So acronyms, girl, immediately gladiators inspire remarkable ladies. So that's literally how it came about. And then I was like, this is really powerful. This is a movement. This is something that people can be a part of. They can be involved in. They can support. They can be excited about. Because we can be virtual girlfriends, or we can just meet in public girlfriends and have that synergy as gladiators, inspiring remarkable ladies. So that's literally how it came about. And I just made it a Facebook group. You can join, and you can contribute your gladiatorness and your girl power to the group. And I think it's very important that women not only lift each other up and support each other, but they create a synergy that creates the movement for the greater good of
I
making people
love it.
better.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be okay to create, and if you can't find, then
Mm-hmm.
create your own space, create
Mm-hmm.
your own community, as you were saying, which is important, and you have to be okay to do it, because sometimes some of the things, and why we have to put you first, is
Mm-hmm.
because some of the gifting that's on the inside of you, somebody needed, and
Yeah.
you could be the hold up for
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's come up, for
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's glow up. Yeah, I'm holding up.
Right.
And
Right.
we all have a gift. We all have a purpose. If we're here, if you're looking, you're listening, that means you were smart enough to tune in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But that means something greater for you, that it's
Yeah.
something bigger. And for such a time, for such a moment as this, for us to be okay to say it, to never, I tell people all the time, yes, yes, I love God. You don't love God, what's wrong with you, right? In my Mary Mary voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's all things that, because we are a gift, and we all are purpose. There's a plan, there's a design. And are we living a life by default, or are we living our life by design? And the only way
Mm-hmm.
we can do that true is to look in the mirror and to then make ourselves the priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I tell people all the time, I ain't telling nobody to leave their husband, leave their wife, don't feed their kids. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities. You get it, you get it. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you have responsibilities, but you need your responsibility to yourself. And we have to
Mm-hmm.
be okay. It's beyond a pandemic, because, like I said, things with me, and when life was life, and for me, it was way before something like that ever happened.
Yeah.
And it's just this moment right here, and somebody needs this message. So I know you do, and you talked a little bit about something that's like a U code. I'm all about you. Talk
Yeah.
about talk about the U code.
Well, talk about you first. We're going to talk about the UCode, because, and then to piggyback on what you just said, you really have to put the oxygen on yourself first to help other people. Put that on yourself first so you can be that, because life is more than about us. Okay, we are designed to help other people. So put the oxygen on you so you can help yourself, so you can be a better version of yourself to help other people. So the U code came about through my training. I have diplomacy training that allowed me to go through a seminary school to get my honorary doctorate degree to become Dr. LaDonya Yvette. With the initiative that I came up, that I spoke to, that I took to Ghana last year, that I have 3 Liberian students that I piloted this program on. Okay, the U Code. Acronyms, girl, it stands for your own uniqueness. So the UCode is pretty much teaching you how to gain clarity to master your own mindset within you, how to make yourself and the things that you want to do, your goals, your purpose, your business, your creativitiness, things that you want to produce. How do you make it unique to you? You know, own your own uniqueness. It's your own uniqueness. And how do we do that? Well, you have to come get in the class, the course, to really get all that information and download. But basically, I have five key concepts that you have to crack the code to discover you. The U code is cracking the code of you. Okay, there are five keys that you have to crack to discover you, and each one is interchangeable with the other. And then at the end, there's the master key to figure you out. You know, because I will share a little bit. Some of it has to do with your environment, your culture. We break down what that means for you. We identify who you are from the culture that you've been taught. You know, that stuff that, you know, what your grandma taught you, what your mama taught you, with it, you know, your family history. But is that true to you? Is that really who you are? Is that how you grew yourself to be? Is that you right now? No. So you have to decipher, because you grow. Okay, yes, you grew up with that, but what are your own self beliefs?
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe yourself to be true for you in your life? You know, you can carry those traits as well, but a lot of those things may be holding you back because that was an adopted belief. What do you truly believe within yourself? So crack the code of you, your own uniqueness. So that's what the U code is about.
Love it. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Because there is oftentimes at different times in our lives, we have to go back because things change, right? We're
Mhm.
not the same as we were. I mean, I would hope not, because we're supposed to all be getting better. And
Yes.
so every now and then we do have to go back. I mean, it may see, you just gave me a flashback, and I think about school. When you think
Mhm.
about school, well, nowadays they don't care about lockers, but then now I guess I'm dating myself. I guess I'm telling my age, where you have to then buy the combination lock. You would
Mhm.
have to have the code to get into the lock. But
Mhm.
and that means that's every year you then, unless you were a person that kept your lock, you knew that same code, perhaps. Hey, if you was like me, it get misplaced. You had to
Mhm.
buy a lock, which means it required a new code. And
Mhm.
somebody could be in a season of their life when it's time for them to crack this next code for this next season of their life. So
Mhm.
I love that that is something that you offer. So if y'all don't already know, you need to be making sure that you are following Dr.
Yes.
Dr. She goes by that middle name. Yeah, Dr. Yvette.
Mhm.
Follow her, because I know that that is an amazing program. And then you talk about glowing and cracking codes and doing all of that.
Yeah.
I need you to lean into, because we talk about what our you first story. I know for me, being a nurturer and all the things, I was neglecting myself. So what was that moment that that turned it all, where you was like, I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm not I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
loving me. I'm not loving me. What was that like for you?
You know, it's all about evolution. And for me, discovering myself, I had to go through my own personal journey, and still growing, because you have to continue to grow. You don't just stop because you learn a thing about yourself. What else can you learn about yourself daily? You know, as long as we are alive and breathing, there's something to learn about yourself. So the pivotal moment for me started when I was a young girl. Okay. I had some challenges. I had some trauma that happened to me as a young girl, that I really had to focus on to get through that time period, you know, for me. And so even as a young girl, I was fascinated with butterflies, didn't know what the revelation of it meant until later in life, about transforming and transformation. And so, but even at a young age, as a little girl, I found myself inspiring myself through my circumstances that I was going through. So even back then, I can look and say, hey, I was on a purpose driven back then, didn't even realize it. But see, you know, when it's something that's for you, that it stays with you, it grows with you. So this has been with me since a little girl. So I knew at some point I had to figure this thing out. So I had to go through my own clarity journey to figure me out, my own U code, to crack the code of myself, to discover who I was, and to be authentically me, and not worry about anybody else, because I had to focus on me. Otherwise, if I if I sway to the left or any other direction besides myself, that's a distraction, and I am not doing myself a disservice to figure me out so I can really help other people on their journey. So once you know some things about yourself, you'll be able to teach it. Because I'm the person that's like, don't hoard it to yourself. Don't hoard your gift. Don't hold on to your gift. You are supposed to share of yourself. I have this quote that I say, the gift of giving always gives back to you. We can talk about what that really means a little bit later, but the gift of giving always gives back to you. Give of yourself. So it took some years and some trying time, lessons learned, blessings, that's what I call them, because you learn something through the blessing. You don't really take it as a negative, you take it as a positive. So once you shift your mindset and know that this is good and beneficial for you, like for me, I had to learn and understand what was beneficial for me, who was beneficial for me, to stay with me, because this is something that we're going to call life in levels. Okay. Not everybody is supposed to be for the duration of your life. There are some people who are in certain levels of your life, and that's okay. But then there are times when you have to continue to grow, to evolve within yourself, and you're not necessarily on that same level. You have advanced to the next level, but there are still people who are at the other level that you were in. You still love them from a distance, but you still have that support or hope that they support you on your growth journey. But you have to continue to grow on those levels and continue to evolve in the person that I know that God wants you to be. So growing up and learning all these things about myself and transforming my life and really, really getting a better, clearer concept of who I am, it was a game changer for me. Because I'm telling you, you spoke earlier about creating your own spaces in your own environments. When I got the realization that I didn't need permission to create, I'm already a natural born creator. I just love creating things. I love putting into production. I love building from the ground up and seeing what works and what don't work. When I got that revelation that I can do it, I'm an editor of my own magazine. If instead of waiting to be on someone's magazine or getting a denial that, not to be on a certain platform, I create my own platform. When I got that realization that I can do it, I did it. So this is what I teach people. This is part of your own uniqueness. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Everything is out there. There's a plethora of magazines. There's a plethora of books. There's a plethora of courses, out there. My thing is for you to figure you out to make it unique to you. Put your fingerprint on it. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's. Why? Because it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. And know that it is for God would make sure that it is delivered to those eyes and ears that it needs to reach and create the impact that he wants to give him the glory to create the impact where it belongs, But you have to stay obedient and committed to this thing, It's not always easy, but it is worth it. It is worth it. So just make sure that you are on track with who you are, own who you are, discover who you are, and be clear about who you are. That's just me. I'm just me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope that was good for somebody the same way it is for me, because oftentimes, even though we've gone through some things,
Yeah.
it doesn't stop. It
Mhm.
does not stop. We have to be a reminder sometimes to ourselves of the things that we have
Mhm.
had resilience and perseverance through those, because we weren't stuck. We moved through it. And it's
Absolutely.
wonderful to hear someone else's story to say, no, I'm a witness. I can raise my hand and say, been there, done that,
Mhm.
literally have the t-shirt, the matching cup, the baseball cap, the
Yeah.
whole thing. Like I have it all. And this is just a great conversation. When I know when you're talking about, because yeah, I love me some Kerry Washington and all of that she stood for, especially during those times, because we do have to show up and be
Mhm.
that for ourselves. Sometimes you say it's me, myself, and I. It
Yeah.
really is me, myself, and I. And you're like, no, we're the team. That's what it
Mhm.
is. And because I'm a person that know and have realized and okay with watching and knowing the importance of self-talk, right?
Mhm.
talking to myself, I tell people too, if you talk to yourself, that's cool. Make sure you answer yourself. Ha ha. Don't leave you by yourself,
Don't
right?
leave you hanging. Yes, yes.
You hanging, right? People like when you talk, no, that's right. That's help, and that taps into, we could go into some emotional intelligence, but that's another something for another episode. But the importance of getting, like you said, getting underneath what makes you tick, what
Mhm,
has going on with you, and say, understanding that some of the things that happen, they're not your fault. You're not
right.
the cause, but
Yeah.
we are responsible for what we do after that. What
That,
we do, how we navigate the waters for our own healing, for our own wholeness.
mhm,
Because sometimes people do different things, and then you get connected with another person and you're not whole yourself. We're
mhm,
supposed to be whole individuals so that
mhm,
we can have greater relationship, whether
mhm,
it's a colleague, a friend, a male, a female, whomever God, has that for you. But we are
mhm,
supposed to be whole humans being, right? We're supposed to be being about something, being about what our purpose, the plan, because
mhm.
it is laid out for us. I love,
Yeah.
love, 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 love it. Yeah,
Yes.
when I think about glow and all of it, I know you've been fortunate enough to take that baby on the road, right? Glow to
Yes, 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 yes. Glow is it came out of recently last year was the first Glow event. I have my iWin Global Girl Power events every year, and I wanted to take it on another level. We need to make people to glow. And like I say, I'm an acronyms girl. Normally, when I create or think of a word, I think of what it means because it has to mean something, not just to glow, but what does glow mean? Like you say, create. There's nothing wrong with being a creator. So I created it, giving leadership opportunities to women because basically that's what the Girl Power, Iron Global Girl Power events is for, is to elevate women to another level, for them to be seen, for them to be heard, for them to be recognized, and for them to be supported. So Glow, giving leadership opportunities to women is just that, for women and men to support women on their leadership journeys, you know, giving them the opportunities to be seen and to be heard where they ordinarily may not be. So Glow is a movement as well, So we had it last year here in Arizona. And then I knew we needed to take it on the road. It was a collaborative effort between my team and I. So we took it to Dallas. Dallas was the first step. Next year, we're going to Vegas. So we're going to be going all over the place. We're going to have, and Glow is immersive. It's a bunch of immersive experience within the Glow movement, okay, within giving leadership opportunities to women. So it is a very impactful event, and it's GlowCon. So it's not even about an event per se. It's not even a conference. That's what we say. It's not a conference. It's all about connection. We want to be able to connect with the women who wants to be in leadership roles. We want to be able to connect with those women for them to identify what their self-worth is to help themselves to elevate themselves to the next level. That's giving them a chance to glow within inwardly so they can shine outwardly and help another woman glow to elevate her. Okay, that's what Glow is about. So I'm just excited for the Glow movement to give leadership opportunities to women because it is a movement of a revolutionary movement to help others think outside of the box. As far as I'm all about the gift of giving. Like I said earlier, the gift of giving always gives back to you. So give of yourself, give of your knowledge, give of your resources to help women to give them a different perspective, to look again that their situations does not define who they are. They are and can be in a greater glowing leadership position to put themselves out there, to create their own platforms, to create their own spaces. You don't have to wait for somebody to glow. So let's glow.
I love it. This
Yeah,
has been an amazing conversation
it does.
with
Thank you.
yes, with Dr. Yvette. You know what? I love it. I love it. So you already know we're gonna have to have her back because this
Yeah,
time go by so fast,
it
and
does.
before you know it, we looking and they're like, okay, wrap it up, and you need to get out of here. But I'm
Mhm.
excited that you paused for the cause to be
Thank
here to stop
you.
by. Look, stop by you first because I
Mhm.
know that the people need it. They need
Mhm.
what things that you were sharing. They need the movement that you're making. So if you're not following her, please, ma'am, please, sir, you'll be able to find all of her information on our website so that you can stay connected. But you see right here, her IG is right there available for you. So make sure you get connected. See what else is going on with her, because she may be coming to a town near you. I want to thank you so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
We're gonna have to have you back. We're gonna have to have her back, y'all. What y'all say? I think y'all hear me, right?
I want to leave the audience with this. Be you. Be extraordinarily you. And be that beacon of light and hope for others. And touch the soul of another and lead with love so you can become unforgettable.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for another episode of You First. Again, I'm Shawana Kennedy, your host, and this is exciting to me because we get to do this together. It's all about you, but it's us doing it together. Remember some of the things that you know that you've heard being said here today. Be that gladiator. Be the person in your own life that's making things happen for you, because you need you. I say it often. You need you. Nobody could beat you being you. Again, I appreciate you being here. So make sure you're following me on all social media platforms. Get in here. Make sure you're telling somebody else about this show, because we are who we are because of who? You. So remember to put yourself back on top of the to-do list of your life, because it is about you. I'll see you guys next time. This episode is brought to you by Kennedy Media, your ultimate partner in content creation, video recording, and digital marketing. Be seen, be heard, and increase visibility in your business. Contact us today at KennedyMediaLLC.com, KennedyMediaLLC.com, and unlock your brand's full potential.